From bureaucracy's basement to your ears, this is the weekly meeting of the Queen City Improvement Bureau. Each week, the dedicated staff of the Bureau meet to file reports, make recommendations, and survive on water that drips from the boiler pipes into our open mouths as we sleep on a bed of dot matrix printer paper. Maybe one day we'll escape from the subterranean hell that is this basement, but until that day comes, this city is not going to improve itself. So, here we stay, improving things. And this meeting is now in session.
Hello.
Hello, Paul.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you been up to?
Convalescing.
Convalescing. Have you been inhaling horrible toxic fumes?
No.
Smelting lead or something?
No, this is the end result of that, whatever it was, 5 weeks of budget meetings and me screaming at the computer.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah.
Wow. So, I hesitate to even try and make you speak by asking you questions.
No, go for it.
Really? So you're not,
oh, yeah.
You're not in pain, are you?
Oh, God, no.
Okay, good.
No, I feel 100%. I just can't talk.
Huh.
And I can actually, I can use my normal voice, but it disappears after about 4 words, and it sounds like there's a rusted wire in my larynx. But if I growl like this, I can actually speak for some number of sentences.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Can you perhaps tell our audience if the piano has been drinking?
Our Father, who art in Krabari, hallowed be thy glass. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in the lounges. Give us this day our daily splash. And lead us not into temptation. That's
pretty good.
Thank you. But that is from the piano's been drinking the...
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is that like a live version?
It is. It's from a live version, yeah.
Okay. I mean...
Watch me skate across an acre of linoleum. I know that I can do it.
That does sound very Tom Waits.
Yeah.
I mean, not just your voice, it just sounds like a thing that Tom Waits would say if you put him up on stage. Hey, do you know what? I got a text from my mother.
And?
She said, I've been listening to your show.
Oh, no.
She said, you and Paul sound like you're having so much fun.
We are.
Yes.
Well, we were.
We were until
I was felled by this. I could only squeak. I could only squeak for 5 days. That's all I could do.
Yikes.
I could make most squeaks.
Wow.
Yeah.
You've come down with a case of the laryngitis.
Yes.
Wow.
But I have so many rants stored up.
Well, that's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind hearing you rant. You doing a gravel
I just
rant.
apologize to the few people who are listening. I'm sure there's some kind of filter you can apply to reverse what I'm doing to your ears.
Maybe you've swallowed a filter.
Oh, maybe that's it. Yeah.
Maybe you've swallowed the Tom Waits filter, the gravel filter, and now you're just stuck like this.
Yeah. Hey, but anyways, you've actually had a life.
I guess.
Yeah. Well, I heard that you went and you saw a show or something.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I did indeed, actually. And I meant to talk about...
Oh, by the way, we haven't done attendance.
Oh, right.
Nothing's official till we do attendance.
Well, I mean, it's... Okay, that's true. So, first up, I'm so pleased that Tom Waits could be here today and co-host the show with me. I'll just say that
no
much.
problem.
Although you do look like my regular co-host, Paul Deschênes.
Yeah. Yeah. Age has been really bad to me.
Time is a harsh mistress.
It is.
But you're here, and...
time.
And it's time. I can do this, too.
Nice.
Anyway, yes.
We should go on the road.
What's that? We should. Yeah. We should have a live show.
Wait. What a good idea.
What a great idea. I hope your voice is like this.
Did you just come up with... Oh, yeah. I could make sure it is.
punch myself in the throat, he says. I just came up with this, but fortunately we've already booked the Artesian in the event that I suddenly come up with something spontaneously on air.
Okay.
On Wednesday, October 29th, at the Artesian on 13th Avenue, 7 p.m.
Live.
The door is open. We're going to be live.
Yeah.
In Poisson.
Yeah.
In Poisson. We'll be live in Fish. Yes, it's our 10th anniversary show. It is our Halloween Spectacular. If you are so inclined, when you show up, donate to... Do we know what we're donating to?
Yes, we're donating to the Artesian Performing Arts, which is the nonprofit that runs the Artesian and provides an affordable performance space for artists and musicians and just all the good things, the things that make life worth living.
Exactly. So don't be fooled by the fact that there's a guy with a top hat and a monocle calling himself Mr. Moneybags in front of the donation bin. That's for Halloween.
Yes.
He's not actually going to take the money.
Right.
But he will be there. I wish he weren't. But anyway. That's what we're donating to. Although I'm sure if you just wink at us, we'll let you in for free.
Yeah.
But don't do that. Just donate something.
Well, seriously, because performing arts spaces have been hit really hard lately. And, the Artesian is one of them.
Right.
And so I'm more than happy to support them.
Yeah, we got to put on a show to save the community center.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. This just went from a Halloween Spectacular to an inspiring 90s hip hop movie.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Anyway, yes. So there it is, and it's our 10th anniversary. It's a Halloween show.
So come in costume.
Come in costume.
So I've actually put together a list
yes.
of some ideas for costumes that you could wear to the QCIB show on the 29th. The Ghost of the Capitol Point Hole.
Oh.
The Zombie Baseball Stadium Project.
Nice.
The Frankenstein's monster that is the Downtown Plaza. A Vampire Lord Dudney.
I love that.
Animated Johnny McDonald statue come to terrorize the downtown again. A surface parking lot.
Whoa.
A terrifying laneway suite.
Nice.
Or come as the proposed 2026 mill rate.
Oof, you'll be gigantic. You'll be like a gigantic tentacle. Yeah, like a set of tentacles just swallowing up everything. Or you could show up if you've got a little bit of history behind you. You can show up as Michael Fougere's hair.
Ooh.
You show up as some Fouge hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or some Chab. You can show up as Tintin. If you show up as Hot Tintin, we'll honor you as Mayor Chad Baczynski. And you may well be Mayor Chad Baczynski for all we know.
I don't want to say
I might be.
That there will be prizes for the best costume.
I don't want to say that either.
But there will be prizes for the best costume.
Well, you didn't hear it from me.
And you heard it from me.
You heard it from Tom Waits.
From my haunted larynx.
A Ghost in the Larynx. The Master Plan by Michael Healy.
Oh, by the way, I'm Paul DeShane.
Oh, you are.
And that's Aidan.
Yeah, you know it.
And we don't have quorum.
Usually we do, obviously, but not tonight, I guess.
There was a whole bunch of people lined up outside the door, but then I said hello to them and it scared them away.
Oh, man, you're scaring the fans. Alrighty. So the other night, I don't know if you went. I
have not been. I have tickets actually for Saturday.
You should. Well, okay, you're going to be. So this is the first showing of the new Globe Theatre, all renovated. And if you've been to the Globe Theatre before, this is not your grandmother's Globe Theatre because unless your grandmother actually owned the Globe Theatre, I don't know. Don't ask me. Anyway. And they're they're kicking off the season with The Master Plan by Michael Healy, directed by Jennifer Bruin. And this is, it's based on the book Sideways, the city that Google couldn't buy by Josh O'Kane. That's a great title for a book, I gotta say. So this is, I believe, was in 2018. It was a team-up of sorts between Waterfront Toronto and Sidewalk Labs. Waterfront Toronto was trying to build out a development on a parcel of property on the Toronto waterfront. And they were trying to bring in partners that could actually execute some of the vision that they had, and they ended up going tentatively with Sidewalk Labs, which was a subsidiary or child company of Google back when it was a Larry Page and Sergey Brin sort of deal. And I have to say, it is kind of a comedy of errors, and like everything that could possibly go wrong with a public-private partnership goes wrong.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because that never happens.
That never happens. This is kind of fun. There's a lot of ways to look at this. You can look at it. You could look at it actually partly on the way that the Joshua Kane's book sort of frames it with the title, "The City That Google Couldn't Buy," because Sidewalk Labs came in and they basically looked at this 12 square acre plot as their opportunity to experiment and produce like a data-driven community. Waterfront Toronto and the City of Toronto wanted livable community.
Right.
Or at least Waterfront Toronto did. An innovative, livable community. The City of Toronto itself, well, who knows what they wanted. They wanted the prestige of having sort of international attention. But like a lot of cities, and this play goes to some pains to point this out, municipal power in Toronto, and it's somewhat similar, I think, in Regina, one thing we've known over the last 10 years, is kind of diffused amongst the administration to the extent that it's very hard to get anything done. I mean, in some ways this is good, and in some ways it can be bad, but mostly in this play it's insanely annoying for Google or for Sidewalk Labs, which is, there's a lot of fun in this play watching American and Silicon Valley sensibilities running headlong into stodgy Upper Canada municipal politics. It is so much fun to see, and it feels almost quaint that now that Google and other Silicon Valley, or now it's Alphabet, I guess, are focused on cozying up to like fascist right-wing politicians, rather than just trying to run roughshod over bureaucrats in Canada. So, I mean, nowadays, if we tried this partnership again, who knows? They'd, bring in like, they just ship ice in. I don't know, and start deporting people. I have no idea. But yes, no, it's great fun. The Jaden Pfeiffer, whom you know, is sort of the narrator of this one. He is a narrator / sort of explainer for contextualizer. He also plays a tree.
Okay.
But as he says several times, don't worry about it. The figure of the tree actually comes in, but I will not spoil the his arboretic whatever. Who else have we got in this? There's quite a few. That's right. The main Dan Doctoroff, and a real figure played by Greg Ochitwa. I do not know if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. Jen Fong plays Kristen Werner. Jennifer Bruin is the director. Judy Wenzel plays Meg Davis. Judy Wenzel is a recognizable actor, theater actor on here. Laura Worm, production designer. And there is actually another very, very good character. Mongani Musa plays Cam Malagam, who's sort of an amalgam of Sidewalk Labs sort of employees and staff, and he also plays at one point Larry Page, and he's just they all do a great job. But that's Alex Pock Golden. I really wish I'd spoken to these people before so I could pronounce their names correctly, but I am probably not. But it doesn't matter. Go see this show. Yeah. You will not regret it.
And you're running out of time. It ends on the 19th.
It does. That's true.
Yeah.
You are running out. You can't even see it on Cheap Tuesday. No, which I quite enjoy. But yeah, we should, when you watch it, we shall reconvene next week and have a conversation about it.
Oh, I'd like that.
Talking about how...
Yes, conversations.
Conversation.
That's me now.
That's right. That's what you love to do. But I also really enjoyed the staging. It's a nice... I mean, it's a theater in the round, as it always is. They take great advantage of it. But they also have great ways of suggesting Sidewalk Lab's misbegotten ideas for city planning, including, and I love this bit, city streets that don't have raised or separated sidewalks at all, like no curbs, just different. They just plan on different lighting schemes for the road, so that cars know where to go because it'll be lit differently, and so that people know where to go because the sidewalks will be lit differently. Never mind colorblind people, never mind idiots. I am rather glad this never happened because those people would die. Yeah. But it's also the other thing that I found, and we can talk about this when you see it, is not only like Sidewalk Labs like absolute arrogance and indifference to like the process, but Waterfront Toronto's strange naivete about trying to like thinking that they could like control a project when they're caught between two sort of essentially immovable objects. While there's an unstoppable force meets an immovable object, and Waterfront Toronto are the people that get crushed in the process. Right. So, but just all worth it.
Cool.
And
okay, I'm looking forward to it.
And there's a great scene with a cake.
Oh.
So, second act involves a lot of cake.
Okay.
So,
no spoilers, though.
It's the objective correlative of the show.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we are on 91.3 FM, CJTR Access Now Community Radio, and we're the Queen City Improvement Bureau. I was trying to be as sexy as I could. And I failed.
No, you want to say you have to leave words behind entirely if you want that sexy cachet.
Yeah.
I hear the women love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why the Muppets show is so hot.
For women.
The Muppets. What am I talking about?
I have no idea.
I really don't either. I wish I weren't. Anyway, talking that is.
Hey.
Yes.
So I got some council stuff for you.
Please, let's get away from my Muppet show. Sexual politics.
Well, actually, I wanted to talk about something that isn't related to stuff that's gone on in city council lately.
Oh, weird.
Well, no, that's not true.
Oh.
Actually, something's been coming up at council.
Ooh.
It's almost like there's a glitch in the matrix, Aidan.
Do tell.
So, you know how we have some councilors who are very concerned that there's never enough room on the road for the cars.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, administration lately has been saying it's okay. We've widened the roads.
Really?
Yeah. They've been talking about how in all new neighborhoods going forward, in the old design standard, roads would be 15 meters wide in residential neighborhoods, but no more.
But, yeah.
18 meters.
What?
And I was like, well, knock me sideways. I didn't know about this.
Why, that could be enough room for like a good segregated bike lane. You never know.
Exactly. And this has been coming up over and over and over again. And I'm like, what is going on? Why do they keep repeating this phrase? I have no idea about this and that this happened. Did this go to council? Was there a consultation? Or did the roads just get widened, Aidan?
Maybe, who knows?
So I sent a letter. I sent a letter upstairs by pneumatic tube.
Nice.
And I got a response. And I was actually going to play the response that I got.
Okay.
From upstairs.
You know what? Before you do that,
sure.
I realize you don't sound like Tom Waits.
I don't?
You sound like Nick Nolte in his prime.
Oh, dear. That's so much worse. Okay. But anyways, this is the answer I got. So my question was, when did the roads get widened from 15 meters to 18? Did this go through council? And how does this all work? And here's what I got.
Administration undertook a full rewrite of the design standards in 2016 and published it in 2018. The rewrite includes the current transportation design standard, which recommends wider street widths. The change from 15 meters to 18 meters is primarily to improve parking and address concerns such as snow clearing. This item was not brought forward to council because it is considered an engineering standard, and as such is created, reviewed and approved by subject matter experts internal to administration. However, topics that are addressed in the design standards can be the subject of council's discussion. Bleep bleep, bloop bloop, I am a computer.
All right. So that is the answer I got from upstairs. And now, I don't think anything sinister is going on. I think what's going on is that the traffic engineers are doing what they always do, building roads. So that has happened.
Right.
And I took a look at the design guidelines, and sure enough, it has changed. So now roads are 18 meters wide. No, this 18 meters, this includes sidewalk. So it's like the entire width of the street, including curbs, including sidewalks, right? But this is going to be, all roads going forward are going to be 3 meters wider than they had been in the newer neighborhoods that were built under the old standard.
Gotcha.
And I don't like it, Aidan. I don't like it one bit.
No.
So, and here are my reasons. This, first of all, this doesn't just add, like it sounds like, oh, that's 20% more road, but it isn't 20% more road. Because like I said, this 15 to 18 includes the sidewalks. The actual road surface is increasing to 10.8 meters wide. So we're actually getting a 28% increase in asphalt.
Oh.
So nearly 30% more road is going to get poured in every new neighborhood.
That sounds bad. I don't like it. I don't like it.
And, you know, they say that they're doing this to provide another lane of parking and more space to pile up snow in wintertime. Now, this all costs more money because you're putting down more road, right? 30% more asphalt. And so, like, in 30 years, we're going to be going, why do all these new neighborhoods cost 30% more to fix? They're new, but they're more expensive, and nobody will understand. Well, this will be why. Also, this is 28% more asphalt for rain to just slick right off and, you know, collect, you know, petrochemicals and grit and suck that into our stormwater system, right? So the more you pave, the more of a stress it is on our stormwater system.
Right.
So it's more asphalt to pour, to fix, to replace, more rainwater contaminated that we're going to have to treat. And also, like, kids are going to have to travel, like if they're walking across the street, 30% farther on all these new roads.
Right.
So this doesn't seem like it was run through any kind of filter of the official community plan, which is supposed to be making neighborhoods more walkable and sort of, you know, encourage people to get out of their cars all the time. And it was also done without council's oversight, without any public consultation, and without holding it up to like things like the OCP or the bottom line. Like, it's just, this was done and it's here now. And unless council decides to bring this up, it's just going to go forward. And all of the, like, you know, repercussions we're going to be living with for, you know, like literally hundreds of years.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, on the plus side, we'll get more healthy particulate asphalt.
That's true.
And we'll get higher temperatures in the city because asphalt.
We like a warm summer.
Oh, we love a warm summer, and we're going to get them.
Yep.
With wider roads.
Yep. And all the asthmas
All the asthmas.
We worry about the asthmas going extinct.
Right.
They won't if we keep building wider roads.
Right. Because, I mean, if asthma goes extinct, then kids will read Lord of the Flies, and they won't get the sucks to your asthma joke.
Oh.
That's it. That's in the book repeatedly.
Nice ball.
Remember, Piggy has asthma. Asthma.
Right. So anyways, that has happened. And I just found it fascinating because administration has been talking about this like, yay us. Look at what we did. We learned from our mistakes with these narrow roads and we fixed it for you. And aren't we great? And I object, sir.
I have questions about all this. Every time I hear about roads, I often hear about snow. Mm-hmm. Have people who talk about this in the city ever been to another Canadian city in winter?
Yeah, you got to wonder,
because
right?
we have so little snow. Mm-hmm. I have a theory about this because
go for
it. People in the city will remember. They'll remember, like, say, 1994, when there was a huge amount of snow and it overwhelmed our ability to deal with it.
Right.
Like, they remember the anomalies because they loom large in the mind. And then you think, there's all this snow in winter. I say to you, go to Montreal just one day in January.
Yeah.
You will be gobsmacked at the sheer volume of, like, wet, awful snow that everybody manages to live with.
Absolutely.
Every day.
On narrow streets in some of these cities.
On narrow streets.
Yeah.
I also think that the other thing, of course, is that I think Regina, once we go below zero, it stays below zero long enough that the snow doesn't melt. In other more temperate cities, we do get occasional melts, but
they get slush.
They get slush.
Yeah, and ice.
We don't get a lot of that. No. So we just
we get pack.
We get pack. Yeah, we should get people shoveling their sidewalks.
Right.
That's what we should get.
Anyways, on that note, we should do innovative revenue tools.
Let's do innovative revenue
and
tools.
I'll go gargle a thing.
Let's enjoy. The Queen City Improvement Bureau wants to know, what scares you the most? Zombified rail yard revitalization plans? Uncontrollable mill rates? Residential safety zones? Gasp. Come, face your fears at the Queen City Improvement Bureau 10th Anniversary Show, live, October 29th, 7 p.m. at the Artesian on 13th.
And we're back from Innovative Revenue Tools. Hey.
Hey. You like that sound? I
did.
Believe like it was a slide or something.
I did.
Just sliding back in from the Innovative.
It's like you're the human Foley guy. I guess all Foley guys are human.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
It's like you're the human man.
You're like the human Moog synthesizer. Do a helicopter for me. Oh, that's not bad. Yeah.
I'm trying.
We should do a traffic report.
Ooh, yes. You have to do the voice because I can't do the helicopter. Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't go out. I don't know what the traffic's like right now. I expect it's bad. It's always bad. The traffic's terrible. The traffic's terrible on the one. Oh, we're going down. We're going down. I'm going to have to cut this short. Tick.
Wow, we survived that helicopter crash in the midst of that traffic report. I'm glad you caught that I was doing a stalled out helicopter.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, no, I caught it. I felt like I was there. I felt like I was dying, Aidan. It's only made my voice worse. Now I'm all clenched up. I'm all tense. Because I face death on the radio.
You're going to go full Nolte. Can you talk about Lowenstein?
Lowenstein. Oh, Jesus. Every time I hear the wind blow. Wow, you know much better Nolte than I do.
Well, I mean, I'm doing deliberate Nolte.
I just know down out in Beverly Hills. That's the only thing I've ever seen him in.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Actually, that's not true.
Do you not watch Cape Fear, sir?
I did, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. It was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
I'm old, Aidan.
We're both old.
Yes.
We both.
Yes, but I sound like it.
You do. You sound. You got a real sort of like dude in his 70s kind of vibe, which is really great.
I just wish I had smoked for 70 years.
I know.
I mean, if I'm going to have a voice like this, I at least want to be addicted to nicotine.
You do like David Lynch things.
Yeah.
Like die of COPD. Anyway.
Did he?
Apparently.
Oh, that's sad.
I think that's what he had. But I mean, or emphysema. Well, I think it was emphysema that finally did him in.
Right.
Yeah, poor guy.
Okay, let's talk about something good. I've got good news.
Yes.
I've got a happy story.
Oh, nice.
A happy council story.
Ooh.
Something good happened.
Council report.
Yeah. There was a council meeting on 15th?
Mm-hmm.
No. Today's the 15th. No, it is not. It was yesterday, the 15th. So anyways, the Housing Accelerator Fund update happened yesterday, and they were asking for money. They wanted $7.2 million. The city admin did, with our friend. Our friend Bill Nair, the housing manager, was there. He was on our show.
Bill Nair, the science gear.
Yes.
Yes.
The housing guy.
Yes. They call him the king of housing.
They do.
Yes.
Yes. Well, he was there with other folks from admin and also the North Central Strong Kids were there.
Oh, I like that.
And Growing Young Movers, which is sort of the company that operates out of Scott Collegiate and trains kids and employs them to do stuff. We're going to talk about what they're going to be doing.
Okay.
Because this $7.2 million is all related to this. Okay, the first big purchase is $5.5 million for a city land bank. This is huge. So,
yes, tell us more.
The city has been taking over properties in North Central. They have, I think it was, I forget. It was like 15, we'll say. But I could be wrong. I should have written it down.
That's okay.
But I couldn't find a pen in the gutter, which is where I live now. But anyways, so they have several houses in North Central that they've taken over through tax title, and this $5.5 million is going to be the starting so they can start purchasing land and developing land in the city. Mm-hmm. And this is huge because a land bank has been something that's been talked about for about 20 years at City Council, and previous mayor has always shot the idea down. That being councillor, then Mayor Fougere was just like, city's not in this business.
Right.
If we had started in the 70s like Saskatoon did, then it would make sense. But we missed the boat, so let's not bother. Even though we've been offered tons of land that the city could have bought to form a land bank, and we passed on it.
Right.
And so anyways, we now have $5.5 million to start towards building up a land bank. And this will provide basically a new source of revenue for the city and give us some control over the way things develop. So we can influence kind of housing that gets built. There will also be $500,000 in two $250,000 chunks to start community land trusts, which are like little mini land banks for North Central and Heritage.
Nice.
And this will give the people who live in those communities some control over how, like I told you, they bought some land through tax title in North Central. They'll be able to buy up smaller plots or plots around this, and the community will have input on how this gets developed. And then there's a bunch of other money going to some other things, but this is, I don't know, this is really exciting, if you ask me.
I think so.
Yeah, because the city is now sort of it's acknowledging that it has a role in housing and in land development, and it can't rely on the private sector any longer. Excuse me.
You're excused.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job, by the way.
Thank you. Like I say, this is the most I've talked in 2 weeks. So, this happened, and it passed unanimously. And council was very thrilled.
Wow.
And they were they had kids coming to council saying, hey, help us revitalize our community. We'll do it for you. And Growing Young Movers is one of the things they're going to be doing with their startup money. How much was it? $385,000 they're going to get from this money. And they're basically going to take over the property management of all the land that will be going into this community land trust in North Central. And so they'll be caring for it. And even building on it at some point. So this is exciting.
You know what happened if the city gave me $385,000?
I don't know.
I'd do exactly the things that you're describing because I think this is worthwhile. Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
You're a good guy. You're a good guy, Aidan.
I'd probably buy a jacket and a camera as well. But I would also do exactly those things.
I would buy an esophagus transplant. I would get the whole thing redone.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would go and I'd get some
larynx tuck.
And I get some pierogies and sausages.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds delicious.
Yeah, that does sound good. All right, so that happened. And then, so where the rest of this meeting went, well, I said it was a council meeting. It was actually executive committee. Every year, our partners, like EDR and REAL and the library, they come to council and they present their budget, and it gets referred to the budget cycle. Well, EDR came this year. They asked for the exact same budget they asked for last year, $2.1 million. So you would think, EDR, by the way, Economic Development Regina.
Yes.
You know what they are.
I know what they are.
Right. They develop things.
Economically.
In Regina.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're like trying to attract business and help business here grow. Or at least that's what they say. Also, they do stats for city council that I never see.
Okay.
But anyways, so $2.1 million, not a ton of money. You'd think it would just fly through because when EDR comes and asks for money, they get it.
Yeah.
And council's always like, oh, you guys are so good.
Oh, you develop things so economically.
You're like business guys. We love you. You've got MBAs. Aren't you? You're clever.
And you
clever guys.
You're special boys.
Special boys. But that didn't happen this year, Aidan.
What happened this year?
Well, I'm going to play it for you.
Whoa.
EDR faced some questions. You will remember last year at about this time, EDR came. Their CEO, Chris Lane, took some questions.
I remember that.
What are your KPIs? He did not have any good answers.
I remember this.
You would think that would be a cautionary tale for EDR, don't you?
After that, I kind of thought of them EDR as erectile dysfunction, Regina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they did not ennoble themselves.
They did not perform.
This is a longer clip.
Oh, no. Okay.
This is a longer clip, but you need to hear it.
You need the context.
Councillor Turnbull?
Yeah. Thank you for your presentation. It is helpful to understand what you do, but I don't think I actually understand your key performance indicators, like what you can show as what you've achieved in the past year or so. Is there some examples or performance things that you can show how you help the economy or jobs? Like, do you have those somewhere?
Thank you for the question. Through the chair, so EDR and the work that we do, we don't technically today measure it based on the sort of the measurable results you're looking for. Right now, we're really looking to sort of move the needle on a couple of key initiatives, which is on building our investment attraction relationships so that we can expand the contracts that local businesses can get from international suppliers, on our talent attraction work, which is really about filling the labor market gap that we have here, and then supporting our local business communities and growing their operations so that they stay in the city here.
How do you know if you're moving the needle if you're not measuring the needle?
Great question. Through the chair. So that this information we collect through our different conversations that we have with our partners. And so we start to understand how is that affecting their revenues. With our upscale program, we just launched that program this fall. And so we do have measurable results that we have to report back to Prairies Can in terms of the revenues generated for those organizations plus the jobs created. So those results will come in the coming years.
Yeah, through the chair. I think that the challenge is trying to be too precise on your question, Councillor. So what economic development does, and for example, like in the report here, we have 25 new qualified leads of businesses that are looking to move here. Where we get hesitant to give a specific what did we do is we get them here, but then there's a whole bunch of other factors and players that are involved in whether they close or not. So how many did we just on our own do? It's hard to say. How many did we bring to the table that was an opportunity? We can measure those things, but to say that just because of us it turned into this number, I think that's where the challenge is to give you that precise of an answer.
Councillor Bezo.
Thank you very much. Looking at your report, I'm going to say we're almost stuck in a deja vu moment from last year. We heard kind of the same speech that we heard, and it's very good, very well put together. Last year we talked about the lack of incentive targets or lack of incentive programs. We had that discussion last year. We talked about KPIs that were to be developed to be presented this year, which were not. So you haven't come back with a policy or policy-driven decisions to state, hey, you know what, if we do a tweak to a policy, taxation policy, business policy, any kind of policy, we can have, I'm going to say, company ABC expand their business here. So we haven't seen that yet. KPIs and targets. So when we were talking about the KPIs, right, we need to know what you're doing. We can't say EDR brought Cargill here at all. We know the government of Saskatchewan had a big hand in it, but what did EDR do? It's not even in City of Regina. So we need to know what you're working on, who you're contacting, what you need for the incentive programs to bring the businesses to Regina. We are around this table having some very tough conversations in 6 weeks. We need data-driven decisions. Right now I see a report asking for money, but I don't have data to substantiate the ask. So no time to comment here from your perspective, but in 6 weeks, in order for me to say yes to your request, we need this in place.
Thank you. Through the chair. So thank you for bringing this to our attention. If my memory does serve me correctly, I believe Chris Lane did come here last year and speak to exactly what you had recommended there. Our team is currently working on putting together our measurable results or KPIs, that, as you refer to them, going ahead into next year. With Chris moving on, we've been delayed a little bit in getting those together for this meeting, so I do apologize for that on behalf of our organization, and I will commit to bringing something to council in 6 weeks' time so that you do have an understanding of that. We have made some progress on the business incentive program based on what Chris had brought forward last year as sort of an opportunity for the city.
Councillor Radins.
I'm going to still hold to the question of if I'd like to have a success story, right? So over the last 5 years. So because I see that your presentation is great and you use a lot of fluffy language. And so, but what I'm looking for is tangibles, because this community wants to see tangibles. What are we doing actually to grow our community, grow our city, and have that economic development that this organization promises? So can you please give me some examples, because few folks have asked around this table already and you have nothing. And so I still question a few things, but I'll be fair to give you the opportunity to answer that.
Okay, thank you. Through the chair. So I don't have any specific examples top of mind that I could share with you today, but I definitely could bring some of that information back in December when we come. Our upscale program is a brand new program that we've launched out in market, and we've spent the last year building it in order to bring it out. So we can talk about that work today. If you're looking for examples from the past 5 years, I could go back to the team and find out that information and bring it back.
All right, so that was Council raking EDR over the coals. Now, that was just 6 minutes of this. This went on for close to an hour.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, wow, we got some highlights there.
Yeah. Yeah. And speaking on behalf of EDR was their interim CEO, Jen Pilsner, and their board chair, whose name I do not have in front of me right now.
Okay, so that was the other voice. That was... so from what I got from that 6 minutes, allow me to summarize, as if I were some kind of AI bot.
Okay.
They said, we would like money.
Yes.
Council said, what have you done? And they said, we don't really have anything we can tell you. And then council said, you need to tell us something so we'll get, you actually accomplishing something is contingent upon us giving you money. And then they said, we did lots of stuff. We have numbers. Well, they said, we don't have numbers. And they said, well, you need numbers or we won't give you anything. And they said, oh, yes, we have numbers.
Yeah.
And Radin said, you could, show up and said, you could tell us a success story. And they said, well, we don't know any.
Yeah.
So, and I understand it's an interim CEO.
Yes.
And it's new, and there's the last CEO is gone.
The other speaker was Darren Howden, who was the board chair, and he's been with them for a long time.
Yeah, you'd think that at this point they would say, let's have some success stories or something that would make they would justify the money. But maybe they just didn't think this would be necessary.
They've been around since 2016.
Yeah.
And before that, they were RROC, the Regina Region Opportunities Council.
Right.
And so this is an organization with some legs, and that they are just now, 9 years after their reconstitution, getting around to having some KPIs and measurables. And that's their job. They're doing this for other people.
Yeah,
they're
KPIs
insisting on KPIs from other people.
Yes.
And they have none of their own.
They've got vibes.
They do.
Yeah, when you say this organization has legs, I'm sort of picturing from Rick and Morty, Detective Baby Legs.
Yeah.
And Detective Regular Legs, but they're Detective Baby Legs. That is very strange that they do not seem to have anything. They got nothing to show.
And
well, it's not strange. It is not entirely, because a lot of this is like glad handing and courting, businesses, and businesses will be like, okay.
So, I did business school.
Ooh.
And I took met marketing, and like knows like, Aidan, I too have shown up to give a presentation, and I've had all the fancy buzzwords, and I did a very nice job on my slides. And then when I was asked for numbers, I was like, well, I don't have those to hand right now.
Not top of mind.
They're not top of mind,
right.
Yes. And it's actually because I hadn't done the work.
Oh.
I was drunk, Aidan.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that like EDR is just sitting around drunk.
Yeah.
And using PowerPoint.
Yeah, they're at the power plant. Drinking student association subsidized beer. And waking up at 4 a.m. with a hangover and going, oh crap, I have 3 hours to get this presentation together.
Delightful.
I'd better brew some coffee.
I love this idea. I'm sure they're not sitting around getting drunk. At least not on during the workday. Although I imagine that after that session in council, maybe they went out and got kind of drunk.
But this happened last year. I was kind of galled that the interim CEO would say, well, I believe our CEO came last year and answered all your questions. And no, he did not.
He did not.
We had a whole segment on the QCIB mocking his answers because they were so devoid of content.
She sounded actually a little bit more, at least confident or put together than the previous CEO.
But she didn't have anything behind her though, backing her up.
Oh well.
Yeah.
I did like when she said, great question. I'm like, it's kind of a good question, isn't it?
I really should have made just a supercut of all the times she said, thanks for that question, or great question, and then had no answer. Well, I guess that's what we did have. But anyways.
Well, best of luck to EDR.
They've got 6 weeks to pull their act together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's I gotta say, as much as we like to have some chuckles at the expense of Clark Bezo, when you train him on the right target, he can be effective.
Yeah, you could.
His show me the numbers thing works pretty well in some cases.
Absolutely. It was called for here.
Yep.
Yep. There was one other thing that came up. It was the libraries. They also got raked over the coals.
Yeah.
They're asking for a 3.85% mill rate increase, and that's on top of a dedicated 5.5% mill rate increase to support the Central Branch Library.
Ooh.
So in total, that is 8.9 point something.
That'll happen.
And that works out to $19.82 per year per average household. So council was not happy about this. They're totally in like the sky is falling mode right now after those 5 council meetings about the budget. And so they're actually asking the library to spend their reserves on operations, which is very bad practice.
Yeah, because the thing about reserves is that they should be held in reserve as much as possible.
Right.
There's a reason for
it's
the
in
name.
the name.
It's in the name. Yeah, because I mean, if you don't use reserves for operating expenses. That's a terrible idea.
You're not supposed to at all. No.
All right.
I got one last thing.
I'm here for it.
Downtown. Judith Veresuk and Mayor Baczynski had a press conference on October 7th to announce that they got some money from the federal government.
Yay.
I was going to play a little bit of that press conference right now.
Ooh.
It's a little cooler today, so we are wearing some jackets, I see. Good morning, everyone. It is such a pleasure to be here today in the heart of our city, Regina, downtown, where we are celebrating an exciting moment for our community. Today's announcement marks a pivotal step towards our journey to reimagine and revitalize our city's downtown. With the generous support of Prairie's Economic Development Canada, or Prairie Scan, we're thrilled to accept the federal investment of $920,000 over the next 3 years to support the Gordon Block project and the development of the square. The square represents more than just bricks and mortar. This inviting space demonstrates our commitment to building a vibrant, inclusive, and resilient city center. And with the support from Prairie Scan and our dedicated local partners, we're creating a space that reflects the energy, creativity, and spirit of Regina. A thriving downtown contributes to a thriving city. I want to thank the Government of Canada and Prairie Scan for their belief in our vision and their commitment to helping us bring it to life. This funding announcement is a vote of confidence in the future of Regina. I also want to recognize the Regina Downtown Business Improvement District for their tireless work and leadership. Executive Director Judith Veresuk, Artie Bid, your team, and the entire board. You have been instrumental in shaping this project and ensuring that it reflects the needs and aspirations of our community. Your collaboration with the Hill Group of companies and the City of Regina has laid the foundation for what will become a cornerstone of downtown renewal. The square is a bold and imaginative initiative. This space just behind us will transform the Gordon Block into a vibrant hub for interim use, supporting local businesses, showcasing our cultural talent, and creating space for community life to flourish. From pop-up markets and performances to public gatherings and activations, this space will be alive with possibility. The benefits of this project are far-reaching. It will breathe new life into the downtown, attract visitors, support entrepreneurs, and foster a sense of pride and belonging. It's about creating a downtown that's not just a place to pass through, but a destination to experience, to connect, and to celebrate. This is what renewal looks like. This is what partnership makes possible. So thank you again to everyone involved, including our local partners, who will continue to believe in the potential of Regina. Together, we're building a city that reflects our values, our creativity, and our shared future. So thank you to everyone, and let's keep moving forward.
All right, so that was Mayor Chad Baczynski.
Really talking up a little bit of sprucing up of the downtown there.
Yeah.
Just pretty grandiose terms.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I do for a real job?
What?
Besides this, I write speeches and speaking notes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would. That was a lot. That was a lot. All right. I will say no more.
You seem professionally affronted.
I am a little professionally affronted right now.
So,
Anyway.
yeah, so like he said there, if you caught it in all of that, $900,000 from the federal government to support,
Pretty good.
yeah, to support a event space, a temporary event space.
Interim use. Wow, blows my mind. That really talks about this is what partnership looks like. Interim use.
Yeah.
Just bad.
It will be on the bones of the old Novia Cafe and the Burns Hanley building.
Man, that place had good fish and chips.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Well, it's all bad news there.
That's
It's
what I
all
would have
gone.
made a
It's just
speech about.
ghosts.
I would have just made Chad Paczynski talk about
Yeah.
Novia fish and chips for 20 minutes.
Yeah. So anyways, hopefully this will be opening up, as I mentioned later in this press conference, late summer next year.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
really
it'll be
great.
like built out of shipping containers and temporary buildings
kind of
and yeah.
Yeah, it'll be like a William Gibson settlement or something.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I'm really looking forward to this. I mean, my carping about the speech aside, I think this is cool.
Okay.
And if the federal government gave me $920,000, you know what I'd do with it?
What?
Exactly what the city is doing with it right now.
Wow.
Plus, I'd buy some mustache wax.
You're vibing with the city.
I'm vibing with the
This
city.
is like synchronicity.
Plus mustache wax
Yes.
for anybody who wants it.
We should probably wrap this up.
We should.
Yeah.
We should.
I don't think I have much left in this, in my
Your voice
larynx.
box, okay. Sure.
So anyways, yeah, because we are almost out of time. But hang on a sec.
And
Okay,
with
good.
this episode, we have redefined what it means to do radio.
We have.
This is what talking into microphones for an hour sounds like.
Hey, we got a live show coming up. We should mention that again.
We got that live show. And if whoever wrote that speech wants to show up and throw stuff at me, go ahead. Do it
It's
in the most-
October 29th at
do
the
it in
Artesian.
most
Please come.
overblown, prolix way possible.
Yeah.
Sorry, I gotta stop harping on this. It's a sickness. Artesian, 13th, 7 o'clock. Come by. Love it. Oh, let's adjourn this meeting.
Yeah,
Sure, yeah.
I've already started the music.
Right, okay. You've been listening to the Queen City Improvement Bureau on 91.3 FM, Steve JTR, Access Now Community Radio, tuned to the Community Heroes, Sarah Baldachin, and Aidan Morgan, music by Guidewire and Kimberly Fury. Coming up next is a record room, possibly, if that's what they're playing. You can find us on our website, CJTR, also at CJTR, accessnowradio.ca, and QueenCityIB.com. We're on Thursday evenings. Also, we broadcast Monday afternoons 3 to 4 p.m. You know what? That's all there is. Keep on improving. Regina.
Hello, this is Editing Paul. Well, actually, it's the computer speaking for Editing Paul, whose voice still sounds like a Slurpee machine filled with gravel. We ended today's episode with a clip from the 7th of October of the mayor announcing the $900,000 of federal money for Square. That's the temporary event space to be built on the vacant lot that dominates the north side of Fiaco Plaza. That press conference continued beyond the portion we played. So here's some bonus content where I had some questions for the mayor after his speech was done. I also had some questions for the representative from Harvard. Harvard owns both lots upon which Square is to be built. The site of the Gordon Block, which burned down after many years of dereliction, and the Burns Hanley building, which had to be torn down after many years of, checks thesaurus, decay. My voice was considerably worse on the 7th of October though, so I have edited my voice out of those press conference clips and replaced it with this voice, the computer's voice. Bleep bleep bloop bloop.
So thank you to everyone, and let's keep moving forward.
I would like to try a question even though my voice is fragged.
That's all good.
You've got the Square opening up. You're also putting a bunch of money into Scarth Street. You've got the plaza. Seems like a lot of duplication. 3 events and hangout spaces. How are you going to keep all 3 active?
I think that's part of the plan and working with the bid is to make sure we understand how we can make those spaces complement each other, and that will be important. So it's important that we have a planned approach, and also this is going to be an evolving space between those spaces to make sure that we we're activating the right way at the right time with the right activities. So this is good. This is a good problem to have, is that we're going to have space to be available to do that, and now it's about doing it the right way.
One last one. This isn't the only vacant lot downtown. We've got Lawn Street, which might have a development. There's a big vacant lot on Victoria. Do you have any scoops on any investment coming?
Not yet. I mean, obviously the Lorne one was the fresh new one that we have, which is great. I'm hoping that momentum carries, that we do have more investments coming forward, but nothing on the books right now, but I'm hoping that comes soon.
Absolutely. First name Kenrick, Kenric. Last name Exner, Exner. Vice President of Corporate Services.
When you guys got the demolition permit for the Burns-Hanley building at council, it sounded like you had plans for that site that we could see within 3 years. That's almost 3 years ago now. Now that an interim use is going in there, does that mean that you guys have written those lots off? What do you have planned and what's the timeline?
Yeah, I think plans always change, right? Economics change, COVID changes, downtown changes, everything changes. And I think as any type of business, you always have to understand what the long-term need is. Right now, the need is to give it to RD bid and to use it for the square. That is the focus right now for us. We do own the property, and it's always continually relooking at what's the best usage for the city. But right now, the best usage is to work with the city and our partners to provide that space to RD bid.
How long is your commitment to having square there?
Well, it's a 3-year commitment with RDB's funding, so that's the commitment right now. Yeah.
While I'm on a roll, a bonus content roll. Remember how earlier in the show we were talking about the origins of economic development? Regina, stupid computer. You can't pronounce Regina. This is embarrassing for you. Well, we went back and looked up the council meeting where the Memorandum of Understanding was passed, which created Economic Development Regina. It was the December 12th, 2015 meeting of City Council. In this clip you'll hear the Mayor of the day, Michael Foucher, introduce Councillor Mike O'Donnell. This clip is very short because a more thorough discussion on this item would have been had at the December 2nd meeting of Executive Committee. Unfortunately, back in 2015, City Hall did not stream video of committee meetings, only City Council. I wanted to play this short clip though to show how quick things moved back in olden times. Council got their questions out of the way at Executive and didn't feel the need to go over everything again at their regular meetings. Gosh, those were the days.
Councillor O'Donnell.
Thank you. So the first one I'd like to bring forward is the Regina Regional Opportunities Commission, or ROC, transition to a nonprofit corporation controlled by the City of Regina. If I could get a second, I'll speak to this.
Please. Councillor Hinks moves a second on that. Okay.
Thanks very much. So this is a change. This will perhaps sound familiar to what we do with Everest Place. This is modern governance, but it also equates to a name change to the Economic Development Regina Inc. change. I'm going to just read one thing, if I could, that will put this into focus. There is a mandate here for what was at one time REDA and Tourism Regina, which became ROC, and now we're suggesting another amendment so that the governance has changed. But it remains to create and implement an economic development strategy to grow and sustain prosperity in the City of Regina and in the region, encourage the retention, development, attraction, and growth of business and tourism products and services for those who live, work, visit, and invest in the City of Regina and region, and market and promote the city and region for business and tourism. See this as modern and good. We would see concurrence, please.
Thank you, Councillor O'Donnell. Speakers to the report? I would only add this, of course, would allow the nonprofit organization to seek external funding much easier as a nonprofit organization. I'll call the question on the report. All those in favor? Opposed? Carried. Councillor O'Donnell.